Hi, welcome back. You're watching Trading Hour. Let's focus on what's happening in the auto and related spaces. A JP Morgan report says that disbursement in auto financiers have now picked up pace. Abhishek has all those details. Abhishek.
Well, Sumara, as you mentioned, JP Morgan has written on auto finances, wherein they say that, disbursements are picking up after 4 years. So they also say that, higher industrial activity, rural recovery, as well as positive property cycle should drive the growth of disbursements going ahead. So major auto financiers have seen a loan growth of 7% per annum between or over the last 3 years when compared to a CAGR of 17% between FY11 to FY19. They also say that, hard crude price could impact the operators' profitability. However, they say that, banks appear to be better in terms of gaining the market share away from the NBFCs. So they say that, they expect a rotation in stock performance that has been seen YTD, and they have underweight on Chola as well as MMF Financial, while they remain neutral on Shriram Transport, and they have an overweight rating on IndusInd Bank. So they expect growth and ROE differential to narrow in spaces where, we should also see a narrowing of valuation differential that, NBFCs enjoy and the banks enjoy. Back to you.
Thank you very much for that. Let's invite Mitessh Thakkar of earningswave.com to take stock of the market technicals. Mitessh, morning. We've pretty much erased all of yesterday's losses now. We are back to last week's Friday's closing levels. Where do we head from here? Do you think the markets perhaps have made a bottom at the 15,166 mark, the low that we hit yesterday? Or do you think this recovery should be sold into?
So I think, we've been calling for some consolidation and contraction, and the lower end of the range was closer to about 17,000 or areas, which is where the 200-day average is placed, actually 16,973. Having said that, I think, broadly, I think this market should not be sold into, because we are still thinking that, this eventually is a medium-term uptrend, which will, after this contraction consolidation plays out, will break on the upside. But to accumulate more at lower levels, or look at stocks which are giving breakouts, and I think, those kind of stocks can be possibly looked to add into the portfolio. So trade with long bias, clearly, I think there's nothing much to worry about. But on the index, I think, you might want to strategically time the entry, because as the index consolidates, a lot of stocks will keep on making new highs or give reversals from lower levels, and they could be bought into for the time being.
All right. And Mitessh, what about the individual stocks that you're tracking?
Yeah. So on the stock side, I have a buy on Berger Paints. That's a buy with a stop just below levels of around 665, and look at targets of roughly around 695 to 700 over here. And the other one is MGL. That's a buy as well. Keep a stop below levels of 857 for targets of around 905.